APU, when we talk about all the diversity things, multicultural is something that's really synonymous to us. And today we have someone who's the face of Multicultural Weeks here in APU. Give it up for Mr. Abid Aziz.
Thank you. So, hello everyone. I am Abid. I am currently in my last semester of my APU life, and I'm majoring in hospitality and tourism, and I'm from Bangladesh. Yes, I'm very happy to be here today.
You know, since my first semester, I mean, it's not been that long, but it's been 2 years, and most of the weeks I've attended, I've seen you there. Can you just tell me, if you have a number in back of your head, how many multicultural weeks have you attended?
So,
Participated?
it's around 25,
25?
I think. Yes,
Oh, way.
around 25. Yes.
I think in a semester, how many weeks are there generally? 10?
In a semester, there are usually 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Six multicultural weeks.
Yeah, 10, you have participated in 20 of 25.
Yes.
That's a huge number. So my next question to you would be, what's the best multicultural week experience you ever had till now? Which week was the best?
So, as a Bangladeshi, I think I would say it's Bangladesh Week that happened in 2023, so which was the first Bangladesh Week for me because it came back after 5 years and it came back with a bang because all of us were new, all of us doing the week were new, the participants were new, and I think we were able to pull it off really well. But just to be neutral, I want to say another week. I would say it's the first Myanmar week that I participated in, so Myanmar week 2023. One specific reason for that is that there was zero to very less drama in that week because we all know that
Drama is synonymous.
synonymous to multicultural weeks because and not only that, I think there are like a lot of problems, obstacles and barriers attached to a multicultural week. And yeah, even from a very small issue it can be like a very big thing. As I have heard that people end their friendships with each other, people stop talking to each other, but yeah, I think this is something we all have to collectively work together to solve. So yeah.
I think I worked in a couple of weeks and yeah, drama is truly there.
Yeah, of course there.
So my next question to you would be, which part of multicultural week do you like the most? Because usually in APU, it starts with opening parade, then we go the food event, the drama or the musical nights, and then it's the final act, the grand show. I think you have participated in all of them, all four aspects, more or less.
More or less, all of them. I want to say food, but I think the issue here, specifically in Japan, is that since the foods are international and they are from different countries, I think there are always problems with finding the right ingredients and all. So I think I would go for the grand show, the final event of Multicultural Week. I think is self-explanatory because I think it's sort of like a finale as we also claim them to be. So yeah, and I think that's just the moment where everything ends and there's like a burst of lot of emotions and everything. So yeah, grand shows, and they're also fun to watch, like very fun and enjoyable to watch.
Out of 25, how many times did you act in grand show?
I think around 10 or 12, 10 or 12 of them. Yeah.
And do you think that participating in multicultural weeks really enhanced your APU life? Did it add anything special to it?
Of course, it did enhance my APU life. I think one thing I got out from all the participating in all the multicultural weeks is happiness. I have definitely been happier, and I did find happiness in being a part of multicultural weeks. Mostly because this is so performing or cultural performances is something that I really enjoy, that I love, and I think that's one of the principal reasons of me finding happiness in them. And yeah, so self satisfaction also, and of course not to be like, not to sound formal or like a job interview, but yes, of course, my life skills, my practical skills have also improved, and I have also like gathered new skills, and the experiences that I got out from them, I think they are like they cannot be measured. So yeah, I think all in all, like I have like gotten a lot of things out of multicultural weeks.
That's all true. From a perspective, I think you also get to meet so many new people.
So many new people, yeah. Like that, of course, that's how I met almost all the people in APU, almost half of all the people in APU, I think. And yeah, like building connections,
You
building
get to
friendships.
work with them. You get to know them like professionally. How do they work in those settings?
Exactly, how people are working, and yeah, how people function in groups and all.
The next question to you would be that which multi you have experienced so many multicultural weeks out of your like 4 years in APU. Which multicultural week do you anticipate the most in the future that has never happened or
Yeah.
happened a long time ago?
So actually, I'm kind of sad, but I wish it was happening during my time in APU. But I'm very excited for Sri Lankan Week 2025, which is finally happening in next semester. I think October. Sadly, I won't be here as a student anymore. But if I am in Beppu, I'll of course be a loyal audience, and I'll hype up all the participants and my friends, of course. But yeah, Sri Lankan Week is my most anticipated week.
Yes. I think there hasn't been a Sri Lankan week.
Yeah, at least not during my student life, but yeah, I did see pictures of the last Sri Lankan week that happened, and I think that's where my excitement and anticipation comes from, because I was really surprised and mesmerized by all the activities and performances that happened.
We surely look forward to it. So now coming to a controversial questions, you have participated in so many weeks. Which any tragic incident or any controversial thing that happened?
So okay, maybe I will share a tragic incident for me. So what was supposed to be my very first multicultural week back in 2022, it was Indonesian week 2022, and we all know that Indonesian week is kind of like one of the biggest multicultural weeks in APU. So of course I was also very excited to have my first multicultural week performance as a part of Indonesian week. And I did practice, I went to the rehearsals, but ultimately I was not good enough to perform in the grand show on the main performance. So yeah, I couldn't perform, and I was informed that yeah, you cannot perform with us. And yeah, that was very sad for me. I remember crying.
If they already selected you after the auditions, then how can they remove you?
Yeah, but I think because of course they are the authority and they have the final say. Of course, yeah, I was sad. I was heartbroken, and then, but I of course, moved on from that, and I think. Even though it was not intentional for joining all the upcoming multicultural weeks from that time, I think it sort of happened naturally, or as my mechanism to cope up or move on from that incident. So yeah.
So Indonesian week was technically supposed to be the first one.
Supposed to be my first.
If not Indonesian week, then which was?
So yeah, my first multicultural week was Korean week 2022. Yeah, it was also one even Korean week is
also very big.
Yeah, very big multicultural week in APU. And yeah, I remember that was also my first grand show. I had the role of an extra in the grand show, even though a small role. I think that was yeah, sort of the beginning of something very big for me. So yes,
catalyst.
Yeah, of course.
So what do you think that you're about to graduate APU? Which experience out of all the multicultural weeks that you can even carry forward in your life? Something that you learned, something you experienced?
Yeah. So I would like to say, of course, multitasking. And two very important things I have learned and I have learned to execute are compromising and sacrificing, because the schedules of the multicultural weeks and of all the performances is very hectic. There are like and of course as students we are bombarded with assignments, homeworks, and yeah, of course, arubaito, we have part-time jobs. So managing all of them together is for sure gonna teach you multitasking, the efficient skill of multitasking. And why I said compromising and sacrificing is because when you are doing something, of course, you have to prioritize, you have to choose, and for that, you have to sacrifice other things. So, in the whole process, you have to compromise sort of with yourself and your surroundings and choose and prioritize, okay, this is what I'm going to do, this is my priority, or this is what I will let go of, this is what I'm sacrificing. So,
So
yeah.
true. I mean, if you are participating, then even on holidays, you have to go to campus to practice, and you have assignments, job. So now you're in fourth year, right?
Yes, fourth year.
So I think you're still participating in multicultural weeks during your fourth year.
Yeah, in especially in my last semester, but I did choose easier roles, or roles with like with very less rehearsals and very less like commitments, so that yeah, since this is my last semester, I also didn't wanna take much pressure on me, or just to like not have like a hectic schedule.
So you're not really working in like grand show.
Grand shows, or yeah, maybe no more performances. Yeah.
Shorter roles.
Yes.
So as you have like participated in all the weeks like as performer, I want to ask you: have you ever done the management side of this aspect?
So my first management side uh, of multicultural week was actually back in 2023 when the first Bangladesh week happened. I was part of the core team. I was the head of recruitment. So that's when I had my first, so behind the scenes, or like yeah, um, backstage and management experience. Yeah, that was my first time.
I think out of all the weeks, who do you think has like the best production budget or the biggest budget, and they do everything smoothly, and they have a lot of resources in context to other weeks?
I think this is very subjective, and also because um, some of the multicultural weeks, I mean, some of the countries, they have very fewer representatives than other countries. For example, if we take the example of Vietnam, they have, I am guessing, around 300 students or more in EPU. And I remember when the first Philippine week happened, there were only 40, 45, or even less people than that. So I think, yeah, we really cannot compare, or of course, we shouldn't judge like their resources or maybe production skills, yes, a little bit, or yeah, because at the end of the day, we should just look at the output, that what they give us, the result. And I think from their own respective places, all the weeks tried their best to give us a nice result, to give us a nice output. Yeah, I think that's what I have to say about this.
That's a very
Yeah.
diplomatic answer, but
Yeah.
So, you want to give like shout out to any of the people that you have met across all the the best people that you have met, like during your
Wow.
multicultural weeks?
Okay.
Any leaders, any your co-participants, anyone else?
That's a very long list, and a list that I have to like check and name. But let's see if I can like name a few leaders. So I'm gonna go from last to first. So Myanmar week, I had my friends Emily and Sandy. They were my friends from very beginning in APU. Then Bangladesh Week, of course, Fahmida, she was the leader of the opening parade. Then for Indian Week, it was Vaishnavi, and Vaishnavi, Ishi, Yashi, Chavi, all those amazing people. And for I'm trying to remember, for Malaysian Week, it's Audrey, and of course Yuri, and yeah, I think. But yeah, the list goes on. But yeah, I have definitely met all all of them, wonderful and amazing people. Yeah.
So, saying thank you for joining this podcast, and it was a really good experience from knowing someone who has done so many weeks. And last question would be, any advice to the beginners who are just getting into this?
Okay, so my advice or my message would be just, and I have said this before, just try to go out of your comfort zone and just explore and enjoy your experiences, enjoy the Multicultural Week experiences. Of course, not all the experiences will be good, because everything is a mix of good and bad, but just try to hold on to the good memories, and yeah, just enjoy your life in APU.
I think I'm motivated by yours. I'll participate in more weeks from now. Thank you guys for joining and for tuning in this for podcast. Thank you.